Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric and Zeke here. And today we're going to be talking about SDI's gunsmithing program. You guys might have remembered Zeke went up there to hang out with Tim at Copper Customs. And they were talking about some of the armorers courses that they're offering and a few of the other programs. And I tell you what, I just want to say for one, before we get started talking with Zeke here, that I'm really proud to see this kind of coming full circle, because they're starting to see the benefit of video partnership with their gunsmithing regimens or gunsmithing programs. And also, it to me is one thing that goes full circle as well, because I've spent a lot of time on YouTube trying to sort of promote the idea of learning things over the internet through video.
And we've even used some of y'all's older videos of the little tips and tricks, little gunsmithing tips that y'all do, and part of the curriculum too. We'll have them as required reading, actually, except this is going to be viewing.
Absolutely.
So we see where you've done that in the past too.
Well, yeah, the course that I actually do teach for Sonoran Institute, and the course I teach is AYF 100, which is accuracy and functionality. And basically the course surrounds like just a lot of good basic core gunsmithing. And I guess the best way to look at it is kind of like just core gunsmithing, the things that, very important things to know, like getting into it and just entry-level type things, everything from keeping your firearms clean and functional, checking out, things are going on with your firearms, basic, 1911 gunsmithing. There's, other bits of stuff like different types of optics, different types of sights, twist rates and barrels, just good, solid core fundamentals.
It's kind of like the gunsmithing 101.
Yeah.
The intro.
Yeah, it's kind of a gunsmithing 101. Now, that's the course that I actually teach at SDI. So tell us a little bit about like the accreditation and how that whole works with SDI.
We're accredited by the DETC. It's our accrediting body, so we're able to push some of the courses through on the GI Bill, which is a big benefit to a lot of the veterans.
Good.
We also have courses that are standalone courses. One of the newest ones we have that you and I have been talking about today and yesterday is our reloading course. We partnered with Hornady and also Gun Digest to do that one. It launched yesterday, and we've already had a ton of people enrolled.
Outstanding.
Actually, shockingly enough, how many people we've enrolled, because we really haven't advertised it yet.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned the reloading course, because we were actually just talking a bit, and you guys might be familiar with Dave, 22 Plinkster.
Who's that?
22 Plinkster.
What does he do?
What does Dave do? He's 22 Plinkster.
Do you like shoot 22s and stuff?
Well, yeah, they don't call him 22 Plinkster for.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh my God, you're just being silly. Well, 22 Plinkster, you guys are familiar with him. He's going to be heading up the reloading course. So if you guys end up taking SDI's reloading course, you'll actually get one-on-one contact with Dave, which is kind of cool and everything. And then also Chad, the guy that works with me on the channel here, Chad. He'll actually be heading up part of the reloading program for SDI.
He'll be one of the faculty on that also.
Yeah, so having Dave and Chad on board with the reloading program is going to be really awesome, because both those guys, I know Dave is one heck of a hand loader, a very avid hand loader, and so is Chad. He's really Rain Man when it comes to data and all that kind of stuff and records keeping. But tell me a little bit more about the reloading program.
The reloading program is a program we partnered with Hornady, one of the most prominent ammo manufacturers out there, and also with Gun Digest. And so it's a Gun Digest, Hornady, and SDI program. And with the course, it costs $695. But you also get the Hornady Lock and Load AP press. You don't get all the extra swag that this one's got back here, but it's a nice press.
Yeah, we do have an AP set up over here, and it is an amazing press, guys.
They've got it tweaked out. It's nice. But you get that press. You get a choice between either 2 rifle die sets or 3 handgun die sets. You get our hand loading manual. You get the online course. You get the instructors, like you just mentioned, and you also get a year free subscription to Gun Digest and all of their programs, whether it's online or the magazine itself.
Yeah, and also just the magazine itself, which is always a nice thing too.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
That's awesome. So I'm really looking forward to see how that pans out. How much is that program?
$695.
So the cost of the lock and load,
$545.
About $545. So really, that's very inexpensive for what you get.
Yeah, for everything you're getting probably about a $1,200-$1,500 value.
Neat, outstanding. So you'll have Dave and Chad available for the reloading aspect. Also, Ray Vaughn. Ray from our videos. We do a lot of gunsmithing videos, and collectively we try to put together a lot of really good-looking gunsmithing footage, and to really
I thought you were about to say really good-looking gunsmithing faculty.
Well, that too. Yeah, that too. But this guy's crazy. But anyway, we try to put together good-looking footage, and really, I know that some people are very visual learners as well as auditory learners, so they need to hear people talk about it. They need to see it happening. Some people like to just read books and have really detailed descriptions of the type of things. So this type of learning is an excellent way because you can interact with us directly. If you're taking some of the various courses at SDI, you can interact directly with myself. You can interact directly with Ray, and we respond to your emails. We answer questions. In some cases, we might be able to post a photo for you if you need help, pulling apart something or getting down to business on a particular gunsmithing function. So I'm really excited to see what the future for SDI can hold, because I think that what it's really proving to a lot of people in the industry is that not only are YouTubers kind of a serious sort of staying force in the educational community,
right,
but also social media as a whole is more and more pertinent to things that are going on for all of us. Like, social media forms a pertinence for us to directly correlate to our audience. So like, you guys are here for gunsmithing stuff, for reloading, for shop talk, for Zeke's manly mug. You're here for things that we're putting out. Yeah. So to me, that's one of the most interesting things about SDI. It's social media related and gunsmithing related, and it's bringing people that want to learn together with people that want to teach. And
it's a good education that you're getting too, because we've heard a lot of this once we started working with Eric and Tim and 22 Plinkster and a lot of the social media guys and the YouTube guys that we're working with. Well, they're YouTubers. How are we going to learn from them? And what a lot of people don't realize, yeah, we go out and we'll shoot a box of tannerite and make stuff blow up and it's cool, or we'll shoot some cool guns and review them.
Yeah.
Between Eric and Ray, they're very well-respected gunsmith in the community. And that's why we wanted them to come on board with the school. We want people that actually know the stuff that they're teaching. It's not just they're reading the book and then they're turning around saying, okay, it's this, this, and this. 22 Plinkster, he's one of the biggest reloaders I know. Not just stature, height-wise, but I mean, he
is tall.
Yes, he is. Yeah. I'm taller.
Oh, okay, you're taller.
You heard it.
Heard it here, right?
By an inch, not by much.
Oh, God. I'm going to add a little bit of something to what
Sure.
Zeke said here. And when it comes to, getting YouTubers involved in what's going on at SDI, one of my early career paths and what I was planning on doing for a living before I got heavily into YouTube, and YouTube started to kind of take off for me and provide a basic means for me to make a living, and then also to put out things that I thought were pertinent to my audience. But before I got into that, I actually was going to go into the education. I wanted to be a history teacher. So I was going to go to school, major in history, be a history teacher, and I wanted to be a teacher in the big scheme of things anyway. So I always tell people when they say, well, how does it feel to do all these gun videos and stuff? But for me, it's not even the fact that it's firearms related as much as it is I get to teach.
Right.
Firearms are a hobby that, of course, a way of life. To me, firearms are a way of life that I really, really gravitate to naturally just in my everyday life. But it's nice to know that you can teach people that are new and upcoming, the ropes about firearms, and especially when knowing that, those guys, once they, some of them are going to go on to become professional gunsmiths. Some of them are going to go on to work for companies. They might go work for Smith & Wesson or Colt or Ruger, one of the big box companies. Some of them might go off and start their own firearms companies one day, and they could be the next John Browning or somebody like that. So it's good to know that you're kind of contributing to the industry that you support.
And as you learned with all the paperwork you have to sign, the first thing we have on everything that any instructor signs is our students come first. It's always about the students. So what you just said is you want to lead these guys, walk them through the process to where they can become any of those things you just mentioned.
Absolutely.
And another thing with our associate's degree, which you'll be involved in some of those courses too, is our associate's degree, we want it to be all-encompassing. We're going around to all the firearms manufacturers and saying, hey, if we teach something on your firearm, what do you want us to say? What type of curriculum do you have to where when you see somebody that has that degree, when you see somebody that's a graduate at SDI, okay, they're squared away. Because we approve of this message.
Yeah, and that makes
that Bartles and James?
Huh?
We approve of this message? Or no, that's like candidates running for stuff, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can do that though. I mean, that's the thing. So basically, like Zeke is saying, if you go, or if SDI goes to various companies and says, hey, this is the way we want to teach your curriculum, or do you have a certain way for teaching the curriculum? For instance, like in the military, we have a concept called train the trainer. And basically the guys that train guys and do classes and conduct classes go and get trained by people. So you have the guys that train the people that are actually going to be doing the training. So, depending on how things end up going, of course, I can't speculate on SDI's business practices in terms of how they're going to do that. But it'd be interesting to make sure that, like, the class you might take on, say, Glock pistols or Smith & Wesson M&Ps or Ruger SR9 or whatever it may be, that course is conducted in accordance with the same type of curriculum you would stand to get if you went direct to them and just took our armor's course direct. So we wanted to make this video for you guys because I felt that it was important to make sure that you guys know I support SDI and their efforts. Our goal from the beginning of having our YouTube channel was to teach people things and to put knowledge out there that we felt was pertinent to what you guys want to see and pertinent to what gunsmiths need to learn and what they need to know. So I'm really glad to be a part of this program, and I hope that you guys will consider checking them out. If you go to www.sdi.edu, that'll give you just a good overview of their programs. You can go on there and peruse, and if you have questions, you can contact admissions, and they'll be happy to walk you through any of their courses in detail that you have any questions about. And their direct phone number?
It's 1-800-336-8939.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. So Zeke, I appreciate you taking time to come down here and hang out with us.
Man.
It's been a really interesting couple of days down here in Georgia. You've come down to visit and
we've talked about our Viking lineage and different cool things.
We do share a collective Viking lineage,
yes,
which is kind of neat,
definitely.
And mead. You introduced me to mead.
Yes, mead's very important.
Yes, I think I now have the need for mead. It's kind of cool.
You have the need for mead?
I have the need for mead.
Okay, that's awesome.
Anyway, we're getting off on a different tangent.
Yes.
Guys, we appreciate you watching today's video. Please stay tuned. We have a heck of a lot more videos on the pipeline. Ton of really fun stuff coming up. So stay tuned. We'll catch you next time.